efficient. Hi, Davian. Okay, one more thing. One more layer, layer 5, and that's the one we all know. Hi Mireille. You can rewatch the video afterwards. I will post it in the group and on YouTube. So the six pack, the rectus abdominis, the muscles that you see because they are the outermost layer, and these are the ones that are interesting for belly rolls, for instance, but also for bodybuilders. Those are the ones they want you to see. Yes, it's actually not a six pack, it's an 8-pack because you have the separation lines. There's 3 of them, so it makes 1, 2, 3, and a lower pack. So you have actually an 8-pack. That to the side. These are the easiest to train because they involve the well-known contraction on the front and expanding. But what is difficult is to stretch these. Yes, there's a lot going on there, isn't it? It blew my mind when I first knew this, but since then, you never unknow, you know it forever. So the outer layer, the rectus abdominis, this one is also interesting for coin rolls, which we will do in the boost classes. Anyway, any sit-up type exercise that you do, it will make this layer work. But also, like in all the other layers, there might be one part that is working more than the other or compensating or just got stuck in some pattern and isn't firing as freely as you want it to. This can also be connected to your back. So if your back is tight and your front is not active, you can reverse it by strengthening the front. Your back might relax because it doesn't need to compensate to give you movement. Also, if you're not flexible up here, this might be because your body doesn't feel safe. And if you get stronger in the deeper layers, the top layer might let go more and give you more freedom. So it's all connected. I always recommend doing exercises that target everything. And I will show you one that for me targets everything. But going deep and trying to find and activate and maybe target strengthen a couple of sleepy fibers in any layer that you might is very valuable to get started and to reconnect anything that might have gotten off track or fell asleep. In life, it happens. For me, it was the glutes and my right obliques that had been asleep for almost 10 years, and this had an influence on my posture. After I knew this and was able to work with it, my posture kind of took care of itself, and now it's more maintenance that I need to do. I don't have to work as hard, I just need to do a bit of exercise every week and then it's better. Hi Sabine. So, all this talking, let's work on the rectus abdominis, a way to feel the upper part, because the lower part is already covered in the other one, and then we'll do one for both. So for the upper part, to wake it up really well, another exercise from Thierry, from a ballet workshop that I took. Again, we are on the floor, and I like this exercise because it includes stretching the abs, and I find the abs tricky to stretch without my back contracting too much. So what we did in the class was, instead of just crunching, we uncrunch first. So we lift the rib cage away from the floor and my sternum, I pointed up. And this already gives me a nice deep stretch here. And if you don't do this regularly and only contract, you might start feeling less and less movement. So every now and then, give your fibers the opposite experience. If you stretch first, you can contract more deeply and more fibers will work. So you will get actually stronger by stretching the abs in between. So what we do, we uncrunch, we lengthen first, then we bring this together. The rib cage presses into the floor. It presses so deeply into the floor that my shoulders come off. So I'm not going up, I'm just pressing this together. And I try to have my head, again, my neck relaxed. So you can have your hands here, but then it's tempting to push your head. You want your head to float. So from here, lengthen, uncrunch, I'm stretching, my ribcage leaves the floor. Then I exhale to help. And then from here, I keep breathing normally. I contract more the front until my shoulders leave the floor and my arms leave the floor a bit. But I keep my neck long, and that's hard work to keep the neck long and not up like a turtle. Yes? So I send my ears there, and I come back down. Again, stretch, and then come down, contract so much that your shoulders kind of leave the floor, but your neck stays long. And you smile. Again, I have to watch my hair, that's what I'm doing with my hand. Up again, my ribcage leaves the floor, I stretch. This is good for flutters, by the way, Sophie, if you're watching. Then, again, because I'm stretching all the layers, not just the one layer. I contract, 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 contract so much that my shoulders leave the floor, but my ribs stay on the floor, just the shoulders. My neck, I relax it. 2 more. Stretch. You might not feel it now, but you might feel it in 2 days. And ribcage on the floor, so much my sternum goes up, but straight up, my arms leave the floor, my neck is long. My ribcage is glued to the floor. Last one, I stretch, ribcage off the floor, and again, down, 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 neck is long, contract, 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 arms float, head floats, and your legs. And you straighten out again. So this one is different from a normal crunch because we're not moving the whole body up, we're statically contracting, but so much that this shortens here. And then we lengthen it. And that is very good also if you struggle with flutters or your diaphragm, because it stretches and contracts along with it, as well as the upper layer of the obliques. Now, let's do 2 exercises for all of the abs, all of them. And these you will feel probably a lot, maybe 3 exercises. These you will feel after doing all the other ones. So for camels, to start the camel, the area we just moved might be nice and warm. And for chest circles and upper body isolations for you, Miko, this crunching and stretching the upper body on the floor with gravity is a very good one. Now we work